No, hey, let me film this. Put that up here. Alright guys, so I am not going to get an actual episode up this week, but I decided, you know, I have some exciting stuff going on out here, so I would at least give you guys an update on my progress. It's been an incredibly busy week. Fall is a very busy time for me. And I basically, work-wise, because of work, just drop off the face of the map for a while and get stuff done when I can here and there. But as you can tell, I have made some progress. Now that the frame is bent back in place, we have the floor pan on this side screwed into place and test fitting the actual entire wheelhouse and the quarter panel. And I wanted to talk about the quarter panel specifically because there are some fitment issues, but I think, at least at this point, I think overall I'm happy with it. So I'm going to show you guys what I've chosen to do so far and go from there. Now, I had said in a previous episode I wasn't sure if I was going to try to install this in its entirety up under the sail panel. Some people have done it that way. But I decided to err on the side of caution. If you guys are familiar with Barry from Joe Daddy's Garage, he highly recommends that you do not go that route because it's difficult. And so I trimmed this off because, I mean, when you know a guy that's taking apart that many Mustangs and putting them back together, you probably ought to listen to him. And I'm glad I did because just some of the issues that I had with getting this on to where it's at, trying to deal with this would have been a nightmare, I'm sure. But you can see, you know, things are lining up okay. And the two main areas that are an issue with this quarter panel are it's long down here, and I did dolly up the flange, as again recommended by what you'll see on Joe Daddy's Garage. But this quarter is just a little bit, it's a little bit long in this area, and Barry has encountered that on his channel before, and you know, he has a pretty easy solution to remedy that, which is probably what I'm going to have to do, where you literally just cut this, raise it, and weld it back into place. But I think once I get that taken care of, it'll fit pretty well. In regards to the wheelhouse, it's actually fitting the wheelhouse pretty well. Now I can't get this in because it won't fit, but it's pretty close. I think with some dollying work, it's hard for you guys to see because I'm filming this on my phone, but it's going to be reasonably close. So I'm happy with that. The wheelhouse, to get the wheelhouse into place, it took a lot of beating around on the brace, the inner brace that's in here, because that has definitely shifted forward from the accident, but I was able to get it to a point where the wheelhouse is in. The other fitment issue with this quarter panel, and this is another thing that I've seen on Barry's channel, is it's measuring about 5/8 of an inch too long, and you can see that that is an issue. It's most definitely longer when I run the measurements from this corner part down to here, and when I compare it to this quarter panel, this panel is about 5/8, I believe, of an inch too long. So that's probably going to be another scenario where I don't think I can split the difference. Maybe I could, but I think I'm going to run into some other fitment issues in regards to the wheelhouse and the door jamb area. And I know what Barry did was he ran a line down through here, cut it, and then moved it over. And that's going to be a little bit more tricky of a repair, but it is something I would be willing to try on this car. One thing I might do also, I don't know how well replicated this area is, but I have the original piece from my old fender, so I may end up drilling out these spot welds and replacing this piece with the original piece to see if I can't get better fitment back here before I cut this fender, but I think there's going to be an issue there. I haven't even had time to get the deck lid on to see how all this stuff matches up, so for right now I was just trying to check to see how level it runs, and it's okay. I know that this side needs to come up, which, you know, that's being indicated both by That's being indicated both by the level and this area right here. So some minor issues, nothing that I'm too concerned about. But I think that, you know, overall, I'm doing pretty good. So, you know, I have filmed a lot of the episode doing this stuff, but again, I'm just really, really busy, so I haven't cut any of it, but that will be coming hopefully sometime soon. But since I wasn't going to get an episode up today and I was excited about this, I just wanted to show you guys where I was at and share this with you. So, you know, as always, feel free to share comments on what you see or any suggestions you have. And until the next episode, guys, stay driven.